It's obvious now.
Welcome everybody to the Bucket List Podcast. I'm joined with my co-hosts Theo and Wyatt.
Oh shit, we're recording. Yeah,
Oh,
what up, man?
what's up?
Sorry. Here we go. Hold on. I gotta line it up. Let me line it up. Okay, there we go.
Jesus.
Good.
And I bet you're all wondering.
What is going on, everybody?
And I bet you're all wondering. Why are you
Still
guys?
drinking
Why are you
This is
guys
the
playing
podcast.
a game in the background as you guys do your podcast? We don't know. We thought it'd be funny.
Because we thought it would be fucking hilarious. That's
And
why.
we're gonna
we don't
commit
need
to
another reason.
Rainstorm.
Raid Shadow Legends.
Also, Raid Shadow Legends, fucking sponsor us.
Please. No, I'm kidding. We're not that desperate.
But today we're going to discuss. It's so hard to like focus on the podcast, but also focus on the game.
Yeah.
We're going to discuss.
I mean, honestly,
We're going to discuss Dungeons and Dragons
episode
Part
3.
Part 3, the big part. Now, this is a moment in time to where I wasn't really around as much as I would have liked to have been.
Yeah.
Theo, you have your notes, correct?
I do have my notes.
Just curious. Okay, my bad.
So today, Wyatt and Theo are going to kind of take the reins and kind of explain their
Rainstorm.
Raid Shadow Legends.
dude. I can't remember if we got it on stream or not, but yeah, the rainbow, it's spelled rain.
Yeah, well, the first time you noticed that, and I'm like, there's no way this is the first time you've noticed that. And you're like, yeah, it is. Angel, just set it down.
Dude, don't be upset.
It was
at
not
me.
that serious.
Anyways, listen. For our
so where
audios, for our audios listeners, we're playing Supermarket Together, and Supermarket Together is pretty much a free game that you can find on Steam that you can play with your friends, and you pretty much just build a supermarket together. That's really all there is to it.
We had a jail.
We just thought this would be a good game to kind of put on the background as Wyatt kind of does majority of the talking, and as well as Theo. So I'm just gonna be kind of backseating the entire time. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna be backseating the entire time, or not the entire time, but majority of the time until I kind of remember where my place was. But anyways, hey guys,
Hey.
take it away. Take it away.
Where do we leave off for the?
We left with us teleporting from my father's house. Good old Rob Sylvain, teleporting us from where we were at his house to, I think, Jumbaya the Third.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, it wasn't the third. We went to Jimbaya the fourth first, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it is the third. It is the third.
Okay. I was like, because that's like the entire thing that Hess and I made, and I was like, I thought that's what
why
we
don't
did.
you
'cause it
tell
was
them
fun.
why that all happened?
So the reason this system exists was because one of our players, Hess, we will call by his name. Yes.
This is
the
not
reason for
nailers.
now. Kirkman. No, not even Kirkman. It was just Hess and I, and we were just we were just bullshitting one day, and we thought it would be hilarious to make an all water planet, like not a planet that's just ocean, a planet that's literally just water. And we're like, the gravitational pull on this planet is so strong, that's why all the water can stay in a sphere around the core of the planet. The only thing that's not water is the core, and it just keeps like accumulating water. And we thought it was funny, and we were like, what if we just call it Jimbaya? And we thought that would be hilarious, along with me beating the shit out of Angel on occasion. Anyways,
it's always just him.
It really is. I really am sorry. Kind of. But we decided we named the entire system Jimbaya, and based on how close they were to the sun, the worse it got. Like I think the second planet was a rock planet, or no, yeah, the
The
second planet was a
second was rock.
yeah,
The
and the
second
first was
one, or the first,
fire, right?
yeah, that was a fire
Yeah,
planet.
it was just a fire because since it was the closest to its sun, its
It became
star.
its own sun, kind of,
Yeah, but not really because
but not really.
yeah, kind of, but not. And so as we continued do making this entire solar system, the more me and Hess laughed. We thought like much like this episode, we did it because we thought it would be funny.
Yeah,
Um and it was.
truly.
And so why are there no lights back here? Are we poor?
What did you expect?
I'm
This
just curious.
supermarket starts in the
Guys,
ghetto.
guys, guys,
You're right, you're right, you're right. So
get your
anyway,
shit together.
I really don't remember what happens when we get to Jimbaya. We're on an all water planet. I don't remember what happens here.
So
Um,
when you guys first got to Jimbaya,
uh-huh.
y'all just wanted to explore it primarily, but
Yeah, because we
things
thought it was
kept on
funny.
happening that were bad. This is also when you still had Genghis Khan with you.
Yeah, that makes sense why things would be bad.
Well,
I don't. Is this? No, we didn't meet the sea elf here.
to be fair, you never really met the sea elf.
That's also true. Oh
Well,
man, I
I'll
also
just I'll push us along
yeah
here just
yeah.
for sanity's sake. But on Jimbaya the Third, the whole purpose was just to explore this cool creation you made, and I made some random side quest stuff, kind of here, just because I didn't want you to explore a whole planet and there be nothing. You know what I mean? So I
Mhm.
made some of the side quest objectives here, and they weren't main ones, so I won't like go into detail. However, one of the big ones that was here was no, don't worry, I didn't go silent. I had a yawn.
Oh okay.
Um, apologies. One of the big ones that I put here was, in fact, there was a community of axolotls and sea elves. Now, they kind of had for lack of better word, they had they kind of had like a quarrel because the sea elves and the axolotls were kind of, I don't want to say at odds. They're against each other governmentally. There was a parliament. There's all these issues, and Genghis Khan was kind of a rambunctious character. Y'all are making some weird ass faces.
Because Angel's not doing the thing that's gonna save us money. Like, are we
Because
doing this legit?
yeah. Theo wants to do it legit because we talked about it.
Ah,
We talked about it.
okay,
Eh,
okay. I'll have stock then.
for some of you that that may not know, one of the rare times I'm going to talk in this episode is the fact that when you're playing supermarket together, if both of you guys, if both of your characters reach for the box at the same time, you can duplicate it. Don't know if it's going to be patched in the future. Don't know if it's patched now. I'm not going to try it. But yeah, go ahead, Wyatt.
Interesting. Nope, that's all I was curious about and why I was making faces because I was like, why are we not like?
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought it was
I
based
I'm
on
I'm making faces because I'm just in disbelief that we're doing this. But go on.
hell yeah, I love this. This is great. Good job.
So yeah, we had objectives set up for Jimbaya. Obviously, we didn't know them as players.
Yeah, but point is, had all these objectives. We played through a little bit, and we get to kind of the quarrel that is between the sea elves and the axolotl population. Now, one of our characters, Squishy, which was Bryson's character, Squishy is an axolotl, and his current like objective that he was trying to get done is he wants to get cleansed of his lycanthrope powers.
Mm.
Now, I don't believe we touched too much on lycanthropy last time.
Just
Because
so
we
much
had
that where it was like everybody had it
right.
except for
So
11.
for to save us time purposes, let me rewind and say, if for some reason we didn't touch on the lycanthropy, because I in my notes we did, but it could have been one of those things that for
We were
time
trying to.
saving purposes
Yeah,
we
we were trying to
skipped.
rush through.
So the last planet we were on with the whole maze, mansion, black goat, there was a dungeon there that they got lycanthropy. Um, Jars, and in those jars were the lycanthrope powers, but they had to be bit by another lycanthrope. They decided to, for some reason, party hard, and everyone had a bite mark on them. And all those who had a bite mark on them in that town, whatever lycanthrope jar they drank, that's the lycanthrope they became. So, fast forward, Squishy wants to be purified of this because Squishy doesn't want to have these lycanthropic powers. He wants to cleanse
Mhm.
himself because his god queen, which is the queen of all axolotls, who the axolotl population views as a god, she
Mhm.
wants all axolotls to be cleansed. So his main purpose is to be cleansed. That's what he wants. That's his life goal now. And he is trying to help the axolotl population because to be cleansed, his god queen told him he needed to have 3 selfless acts. And through those acts, he would be purified. So he was trying to save this population. And for the most part, it worked out. The Sea Elves and the Axolotls, although having a big dispute, they both made up one half of that planet's parliament. Um, there was a gentle man by the name of Genghis Khan that had joined the party. And he was
Yes.
pretty speckled in. He joined probably a good 5 sessions in total. Um,
Yeah.
and he was a very chaotic player who continuously and
Only
chaotically,
up to the only up to the ante. The longer he was there.
yeah, 1,000%. So, um, for some reason, he chose to engage with the parliament, and he wanted to basically become the god of this planet because he saw
Oh,
they had like a disbelief in so
then
much.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Theo,
No,
but
go
this
ahead.
is we we touched a little bit on this, but it was in the wrong sense. I thought
Mhm.
this happened on a different planet. I mentioned this in a previous episode,
Yep.
the previous episode. I got the planet wrong. It was this planet that this happened on.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I was gonna say, please continue.
uh, yeah, that you can't go through there. um,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I feel like I'm not helping at all. I'm just standing at this register,
Hey
which
man, I'm just looking at the screen, and whenever he orders something, I'm just like, all right, that's when I'll partake.
I probably should go do that. Oh my god, we're open. Never
Oh
mind.
my
I'm not.
god.
I'm here now. Well,
Um, if
incoming
you're gonna man
chaos.
the register, then I will pick up the story. So this is where we fought the demon, correct?
Yeah.
Cause he okay, yeah, cause he was trying to partake. What are you laughing at, Angel? Are you laughing at my
Oh my
time?
god. Hello, first customer.
What is
Welcome.
up, customer?
Will you go ahead and grab some stuff? Go
Is
ahead.
that queso? Oh my gosh.
What do you
Okay,
think?
but so essentially, I'm gonna go in the back so I can focus. But it's essentially we went to this parliament, and this is where like there was an underground or underwater village essentially where they would be able to where Genghis Khan, like Theo was saying, wanted to be a part of their parliament and saw like his potential to acquire governmental power and god power of like, hey, if I could sway these people, I can make them believe in me. And so essentially he like I saw what was going on where he was like trying to dig his fingers into the grips of these people and it just
Yeah.
wasn't going well. So I was like, I told two of our party members Tell me you
You
have the
did try
music.
to step in a
You
lot.
need to turn that music volume. Oh, okay. I was like, please tell me you turn the music off, right? But if the master volume's down, then that's fine. Um, but yeah, so I told two of the party members, hey, this isn't gonna go well. We should probably be prepared to leave very fast. And so I told two of the party members to go and sabotage the guns, and they went and did so. They ended up getting lost slash caught. Um, and then it was funny. It was hilarious. And this wasn't bad that they got caught. It was something that we could easily get out of. But Genghis Khan thought this was such a humiliating oversight on my part and was okay, maybe that's a bit much. Um he definitely didn't like that I did it. I'll say that.
Yeah, he
And
was upset saying
try
he could have got more out of it.
yeah, and when we weren't in here for anything, he was like, you know what we could have scammed these people out of? And one of our party members, being an axolotl, uh, said, that said party member said, we're not trying to get anything from them. We're
Right.
trying to establish peace so that my people are stay safe. And he was trying to speak on the behalf of the salt's too expensive. It's 95 cents. Who, I'm not gonna make fun of it. Anyways, um, essentially was trying to blame us for things going wrong when he was demanding resources, cage fighting.
Yeah.
Um,
He was gonna have these people cage fight like gladiatorial battles because
in
he
his
viewed
name.
himself as a god. Yeah, he was basically like, I'll take over as your god.
And essentially, that was that, right? He, we ended up getting out. Oh, scratch that. We were trying to leave. I don't really remember too much of. I just remember that happening, and then we're trying to leave. I don't remember too much of what was going on in between. Angel, why are you muted?
I didn't mean to be.
How dare you call him out like that? You know what,
Hey, man.
Angel? Stay muted.
No. He said, "Listen, man, I'll man this cash register however you want me. All right. I'm
I'm
gonna
here.
buy some more cereal
Don't buy too
if
much.
that's fine. I'm buying one box. Just because.
That seems to be
Okay.
what's going.
Uh,
Having water for some reason.
go
Yeah.
on though.
But yeah. So Theo, do you know if there, am I missing anything between those events?
So far, no. There's
Okay.
like side quest stuff that had happened, but like primarily this is where the story is going, and I'd like to kind of just cover the story.
Okay. Yeah. So we
Isn't this where Pokemon was introduced or something?
This is after, right after, when we go to jump by the forest planet.
I was not there for that, so you're gonna have to speak on that for me.
No
Well,
idea.
uh,
I wasn't there.
I
Uh,
can do it. It's super quick and easy.
water and pasta. I'm just gonna buy really quick as
So
well.
before we finish off,
Oh, I wasn't gonna finish off because I was
oh,
gonna say
keep going,
there
man.
was we were gonna leave because we saw like not Seafool. I keep wanting to call it Genghis Khan Seafool. Stop taking the water, you freaking camels.
Wow, yeah.
Um yeah, so oh god dang it. I have 11 water in this. So we were trying to get off the planet before Seafool, son of a gun. Uh before Genghis Khan could do any more damage, right? So we were trying to get off the planet, and then right when we were about to fly out of the bubble that the village was on, a kraken attacked. And so usually, the kraken would have been held back with the defensive guns, which I told my people, the two guys, hey, we should probably go sabotage those. And then, thus, only fueling the anger Genghis Khan had for me, and said, "See what happened?" And I was like, there's literally no way I could have possibly guessed this would have happened."
Right.
And
He was
so,
really upset about it too.
yeah, no shade to this man. Just was very in the moment, very role play heavy, but also very chaotic. Uh, just a very mixture of things that's like, okay, there's a lot going on here. Um, so anyways, though, we had our cursed items that we got when we went to the desert planet where we met our character, our party member Phoenix. And so we had that going, and essentially we one of the what is it one of the cursed items that we had was a jar of water, I think. And essentially you could uncork the jar of water and water would spew out, and then eventually once it was empty though, a water demon would come out. So our idea was to
It was a jar of
uncork
dirt.
it.
It was a jar of dirt.
It was a jar of dirt.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it would make whatever area you were in fill up with water.
Oh, I thought you were just
Oh
referencing the
no.
the the Pirates of the Caribbean for
Pirates
some
of
odd
the
reason. I was like, why are you referencing that right
I've
now?
got a jar of dirt. But no, yeah, we had a jar of dirt, and it would fill wherever we were with water, and we used it a couple times to get out of a pickle. I can't remember how though, or where.
You would tilt it to one side, and when all the dirt fell on one side, it would fill the room with water. And if you turned it the other way, it would absorb that water.
Oh, well, we did that a couple times to like get out of a pickle here and there.
Yeah.
So essentially, what happened is we uncorked it and threw it into the ocean so that it would fight the demon, or no, the kraken. The demon would fight the kraken,
Yeah.
and it worked, only too well, and it killed the kraken very fast. And so two things happened very fast. We got ready for combat. We summoned an old friend called Draco Mallory,
Yep.
and I summoned my
You're
Alucard
yeah. I
for
was
the
gonna say
first time, I think, for
this
actual
was.
combat. Because before it was for like RP reasons and for story driven items that I was trying to do with my character personally. And so that's what I did. And so I'm gonna start getting us perk points. Oh wait, never mind. I'm gonna wait till the day's done. Um,
Goddamn right, better wait till the day's fucking done.
Yeah, I know. I can't. Let's not forget that. The time I bought Coca Cola, and everyone's like, "Where's our cola?" And I went, "I'm sorry, I messed up." But so yeah, I summoned Alucard the first time for combat, which is like the only reason why he gave me his blood bead, so I could summon him specifically for this situation. And so we get ready for this fight, right? And as soon as it happens, everyone goes, we're underneath an ocean right now. None of us can breathe. And I can't remember if I was
Well,
the first one to go
the
in.
city was in the bubble, so you could
Yeah,
breathe as long as you were in the city.
but yeah, but we fought them in the ocean though. We never fought them inside of the
Yeah, because he never made it to the
bubble.
city.
Yeah, we fought them
Yeah.
outside because I was a revenant and technically was already undead. So I couldn't breathe already. I didn't have to breathe.
Yeah.
And the fight went okay. The moment it turned was when I realized I couldn't see anymore. There was a. Why did the lights just go down? Oh,
You
it's
know what?
becoming nighttime. Oh.
Oh,
Get out of here. Leave him alone.
Listen, he was best customer of the day.
See that?
So we we start fighting the water demon, and we realize that the water demon has a lot of tricks up its sleeve. One of them being that he made all of the I can't remember which one of us he did it to, but he made everyone look like excuse me, look like an ally, or something. Yeah, he made everybody look like Alucard,
Yeah.
and it didn't. No, it was me. It was definitely me or something like that,
That's
because
dumb.
I couldn't I couldn't use any save, or I could use saves, but this was during my era where I rolled terribly.
Yeah.
To figure out which one was still the demon, and I was just rolling everything poorly. And so essentially, I used like my a deeper connection that I had with Alucard to essentially look through his eyes, and I was able to do that, and also fight the demon. And all said and done, we were able to kill the demon, and I was able to eat the demon.
Yummy.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you know what would be really good backstory
I
if
don't
this
remember
was the
any of
start,
this.
because
Yeah,
you
you won't.
weren't there.
I know, but even like I
Hearing it,
don't, yeah, I don't remember shit.
yeah, you weren't there for a lot of the days Noah was. Who is Genghis Khan, by the way?
Yeah.
Um, oh man, I'm trying to think of what happened next. I know I tried to drink more of Alucard's blood, which never went well. I always tried to drink more of his blood, and it just progressively got worse and worse every time. It was like a constitution save every time, and it just always went terrible. Like I always rolled low, and it just I would always like throw it up.
That's how my fucking mantle went.
Yeah, man.
every, every single time. Whizzle.
I can't wait to tell you guys what that like successes would have done.
Dude, I wish I knew.
Can't
Um,
tell you yet.
I know. But anyways, continuing, we I became the first follower of Alucard's religion because I told him I would pray to him and I would do X, Y, and Z, essentially taking levels in Paladin. Oh, and what I was gonna say is when I ate the demon, I think that'd be a really cool backstory where my next character comes up.
Yes.
Or like consuming a demon created one inside me or something like that. Not like pregnancy, but
Yeah, it was kind
Pregnant?
of like the movie Species.
It's
If you've ever seen
pregnancy.
that.
no, no, stop that.
What? What's wrong with
I'm
Species?
a. Isn't that the one with like the alien creature that's like asexual?
Yeah.
No, not
Not to be
asexual.
confused with the modern day one that's Splice.
That was the one I was thinking of.
Oh, yeah.
I
See.
was definitely thinking of Splice.
No idea.
With the
Crazy
dude.
how I knew
With
what
the
you meant.
yeah. I am glad you got that though. Oh my god. Angel, I think I'm seeing double.
What
I'm
was it?
seeing double.
Wow. That man was walking straight to your register and you closed and he was like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'll just go fuck myself."
Hey man.
Um and so I became the follower and I gained a level in Paladin. And with this, oh, do I? Yeah, I'll say it now. Okay. So
Yeah.
with this, I gained a power that no one else in the party had. And it was the able to release all of my potential stored energy that I could ever have. I think is the way you described it, where I would gain 99 actions, 99 attacks, 99 bonus actions, 99. It was like essentially whatever I am doing, or if something is threatening me, I will kill what is ever in front of me. But with that being said, I would die with no chance of being revivified. There's no
Oh,
chance of like being revived. Like I was
I
going to
basically
die.
gave you a 100x100, 100x100 ending.
It was yeah. It was like except for Gon got revived.
Yeah,
Spoiler
crazy.
alert.
Well, yeah. If you haven't seen it by now, fuck you. You should have watched it.
You
It's been out
yeah.
for a long time.
I haven't
Hmm.
watched it.
Are you serious?
You know
Yeah.
what? No, I'm not upset. You know why? Because this man, 90% of all the movies and TV shows in
That we
the Brigade
reference.
podcast, he didn't watch. So,
I heard about that. I heard about that. Also, congratulations on the views.
oh, thanks, man.
Yeah, what
Dude,
is it? Like it was like 400.
500.
Yeah, we're at
Oh,
5 now.
Holy
yeah.
shit.
GG's for the Viking Weeb.
Yeah,
Good day to be
fuck that
him.
guy though.
It's all because of it's all because I was there.
Because of that man right there and the good lighting he had.
Oh, and then Wyatt called me ugly.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
Never said it. Never said it, but
yo,
heavily
we just
implied.
worked a full shift.
Good job, everybody.
I really
Um,
think I scanned like 100 items. No, no, no.
Here,
Good.
Angel, I need you to make two things that we need. Another
porta-john?
shelf.
Oh,
No, we're gonna do dairy products
Hey man,
and
I just want
soda
you to
drink.
know, another shelf is like $250.
Okay, that's fine. We just need it for dairy products and a fridge. So we need that and a small fridge. Or
A-
we can do a small.
A basic
Yeah.
fridge is this big.
Yeah, we'll just do like let's be honest, man. The fucking do we want to do a basic fridge or do we want to do a bigger one? How much is a bigger one?
600.
Okay, we'll do a basic fridge.
Listen. We'll do another round of just what we're doing right now.
Okay.
And then we'll come back.
I
We'll come
just
back to
really
this,
think
just
we
so
need
you
that
can,
way.
just so you
Yeah.
can continue the story.
Okay. Well, that's fair, I guess.
With that being said,
So
so
yeah.
yeah,
I'm trying to
go
think
ahead,
of where
finish
I
the
left
fight.
off.
Finish the fight.
No, we finished the fight. Oh, I was telling you about the spell. So yeah,
Yeah.
it's I can kill whatever in front of me, but my character is dead. It like there's nothing that brings me back.
Forever.
Fucking so
Yeah,
pissed
I
off
really
about
liked
this
it.
shit.
I just didn't know when or if I was ever going to pop this. So that was something that was told to me in private, and no one else knew. Um, and then after that, we left that planet, and then I think we had a long rest. And after the long rest, we had a serious talk of do we kill Genghis Khan?
Yeah, because he really did fuck that planet up.
Oh wait, no. It wasn't yet. It wasn't yet. We didn't have that talk yet. My bad. Because after
Yeah,
this,
don't remember that.
yeah, or wipe that from your minds. We don't have that talk yet, but there was some stuff that happened in a forest planet that I don't remember because I wasn't there.
Yeah, so that's the Okie Dokie Mon story.
Yeah, I wasn't there for that.
It's basically,
Here,
there were
you stand in the
creatures
middle.
there.
I'll work the counter.
Word. Basically, there were creatures there, and everyone was referencing them as Pokemon at the time, and I was like,
Yeah.
no, they're not Pokemon. I don't want to get into a lawsuit with
Oh, it's like
fucking
the
Game Freak.
Nintendo.
that TCG
This is-
card game. What are they called? What are they called
Pals.
in there? No,
They're like Tetramon or some shit.
yeah, Tetramon.
It's Digimon, Pokemon, and Magic the Gathering all combined.
I love that.
But yeah, I didn't want to get into a lawsuit. Mind you, I came up with this idea before Pal World, so I will say fuck you, Pal World.
That
but
actually
I will
is true.
not. I will not say fuck you, Pokemon, because Pokemans.
You know
but yeah,
they're being
so
sued
basically,
right now because of
yeah.
the mechanics.
Pokemon?
Yep.
Power World,
What?
Power World's being sued right now because
Oh,
of
okay.
the mechanics for Pokemon.
I thought you were
Not
talking
again.
about Pokemon. Yeah, again. That's funny.
But yeah, no. So basically, in a nutshell, they went there. They discovered this. There were some things on this planet that were super meaningful. There was a small little ocean area, and that ocean area actually had more axolotl and sea elves. But these people weren't from Jimbai the Third. At least not them themselves. Maybe their ancestors had come here, but on this planet there were like some ruins, and in these ruins Genghis Khan decided he was going to go and find basically a source of power, and it was calling him to these ruins. And he got there,
Oh, I wasn't
and
near that.
there were they weren't hags, they were more like harpies, but these harpies were super, they were very manipulative, and he chose to try to conquer them, and it went very, very, very poorly for him.
I believe
Um, he got super upset, didn't work out. He got his ass kicked a little bit, and he left. And when he left, a fiend came out of a well and basically gave him a deal. He cut him a deal and said,
Wait.
"I'll do this for this."
Wait, no. That was when that was explained in the previous episode. That was when we did the jailbreak.
Was it?
Yeah.
Man, we are just all over the place. Go, go
Oh
on.
damn! I absolutely have that written here. Oops.
Okay, but yeah, that was when yeah, I got lore dropped about being a Dathomir when I wasn't a Dathomir, and it was when he was trying to haggle for money over over like the dumb stuff. He was like, "Oh, we only did this for this much money," and we're like, "Yeah, we agreed on the price when we took the quest." And yeah, he almost died. And that's when Malik like had a chat with him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Nope, you're right. Because he used his weapon that he gained.
Yep. Because it wasn't, well, it's an ability, wasn't it? Where like he gained
Yeah.
an ability where he could cut his hand and splash his own blood onto people around him, and then they would have to make a con save of above 5. Correct?
As long as above 5, it was fine.
It,
But if it was below 5, insta
yeah,
kill.
and that's how he killed 2 of them.
Just
I
kind of
think.
crazy if you ask me.
Hey man, if,
I still remember he almost killed me one time, but we'll get to that.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah,
Um.
this forest planet was basically just where they found the Okie Dokimon. That's what I called them
Oh,
because I didn't know what else to call them. But it's definitely not anything referencing to Pokemon at all whatsoever.
definitely not.
Nope. But
Um.
after this planet is where we started getting into the uh, building of y'all's ship.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Cause then we I don't know how we got there. When did we go to the ice planet?
That was right after all of this.
After the ship?
Yep.
I did not think.
No. Before
No,
y'all
that was
made the
before
ship,
that.
it was
Yeah, we went to
you
the ice
guys
planet,
got
right?
to make the ship or the option to figure out how to make the ship. I guess you should say, like, put what you wanted into it,
Oh, right. Yeah,
and
yeah.
you had to
Okay.
wait for it to be done.
Which took a minute.
Yeah, it really did them.
I
Basically,
mean,
they got
not.
to make their own frigate ship
Yeah,
because oh wait, no. Back up.
we're
Make your own
terrible.
frigate ship
We're so
because
terrible.
no, I know. I'm trying to read, but I'm
Yeah.
also scanning. Uh,
Well, because I was thinking we.
do you
Why the
remember
fuck is this
why?
change not working? Oh,
Remember
whoops.
why you got to make your own frigate
Yeah,
ship?
yeah. Because um, we went back to Harry Squatter's homeworld,
Okay,
but I don't remember why we went back.
it was to recover something.
Okay,
Not
so
necessarily important. It was side quest.
yeah, I was gonna
Side
say we
quest.
went we went back to Harry Squatter's world, which we didn't know at the time. We didn't know it was Harry Squatter's world. It was
Right.
we just knew it was a fire planet. But it was like magma fire, not like the fire planet from the Jabaya system. And so, anyways, oh god damn it, I keep hitting the fucking sends when I'm trying to do change. Here, do you want to take back over? Oh, where'd you go?
Give me this shit. Fuck out of
Yeah.
here.
So, we were. Thanks for dealing with that. You're like, oh god, what did you leave me with? Okay, so yeah, we did all that on the planet prior, and then we left to go do a side quest on Harry Squatter's world, which we didn't know was Harry Squatter's world. We got to a castle with a capital. It was a H, I think, and we were like, "Oh, cool. What's going on here?" And so we get to the castle, and we're like going through it. I don't think there was any traps.
No.
But the big thing that I'll hit key points here. We found a ball that could look at past remnants of like souls, so you could summon a dead by thinking about their soul.
Yep.
And so Sindar wanted to see if he could see his dad, his birth father. He could not, and so there was that meant that his father's soul was sent to purgatory or something like that, where it was like in a state where it couldn't be redeemed or like pulled back from the veil of death, essentially. And so that happened, and then he went to go look for another area, like to go spend time with. But everybody else wanted to call upon a bunch of other dead people, the main one being Harry Squatter, and they talked to
Not
him.
Harry Squatter himself.
No, it was the man, the myth, the legend, the one that she hates. Um,
Yeah.
mainly the voice though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
It's because
it
I do it
was
so well.
that is true. And so essentially, we get there, and while so Sindar is
Yep. Careful.
going around, yeah, I know, going around, he finds a secret treasure room. I think I don't know if he finds it or if the group finds it, but we find a secret treasure room, and it's huge, filled with gold to the brim. And the first thing we go is, we're rich. We're going to
Go
take
rich.
all of this. And so we start, half of us go to the ship, and I think two of us stay behind to start filling like a bag of holding, if I'm not mistaken. Just to,
Yeah, it was.
and as I think it was Kirkman and me that were filling the bag of holding, and everybody else went to the ship. And when they got to the ship, they were hailed by one of the two captains of the pirates. There was Captain Ivana as the right fist, is the best way to say that.
Yep.
Of oh, we're out of honey cereal.
Yeah, man.
Oh, so yeah, oh, okay, I'll let you do that. And so essentially, it was the left hand of the General Kai. It was the other captain that we really had no experience with,
Yeah.
essentially. And so we didn't talk to him. We never really interacted with him, but we knew of him. And so when that happened, he hailed us and was saying, "Oh, hey, yeah, that's General Kai's. Don't touch that, or he'll get really territorial about his stuff." But the thing was that I think somebody rolled a history check or something, but we knew that this wasn't General Kai's territory per se. Or
Yeah.
no, it was the reverse. It was General Kai's territory, but he shouldn't have been there.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. No, you're right. You're right.
yeah, and so we're like, "Why are you here?" And he goes, "Don't. Why are you asking questions to a captain?" And we were like, "You right. You have a point, to be fair." And so what we did was we called Ivana. We called mom. And we said, "Hey, um so and so is here on such and such planet, and we found a giant treasure hoard." And then as this is happening, Kirkman and I come back onto the ship, and he goes, "Is that all of the gold? You need to put that back." And I lied and said, "No, this isn't the gold." And I made a really good lie. So my character was based to lie and stealth. And let me tell you how many lies my character has told since the beginning of that campaign.
Like
One.
two.
It was the
Fucking
one that I
one.
just said. It was the one that I just said, "No, there wasn't any gold in there." And I got like a 24. And he was like, "Yeah, he believes it." And I'm like, "Damn right he believes it." And it's the
Fucking
only
better.
lie I've ever told. And yeah, that character didn't get to tell as many lies as I would like. He was actually very open and honest about a lot of things. And no one really questioned him, to be fair. And
Just because it's you, what?
yeah,
Yeah.
and so what a lot of the things that happened was uh that captain came down and tried to fight us and was like, "Oh, you think you could just mess with the general's gold like that? I'll teach you a thing or two." And I think we proceeded to shit stomp the living crap out of this dude.
Yeah, you did.
We didn't
So
like
his gimmick was
fight
to
him.
like disappear and like shoot and get like high crits, but he didn't like y'all took care of his fodder so fast that it was really just him.
Yeah, because it was just a magma planet, and the only things he could hide behind were so small that I think Kirkman used the gun on Jaju, his robot bird, and just annihilated the tree. Oh, wait, no, he was in his gorilla mode and just beat like, literally crushed the stuff under him. And that all happened, and he was very much less of a threat
Yeah.
than we thought. But he did pack a punch when he did hit us.
Yeah.
But it was rare because one of us would always be in the way. And so then I used my true sight, because I had true sight, to see where he was, because he was using camouflage, kind of like how I use. But I always knew where he was because he was trying to hide. And I was like, "Yeah, he's just over there." And then Kirkman would go and try and beat his ass. Essentially, this all kept going to the point where we bought enough time that Ivana showed up. And the way her ship is built, it's built for ramming, because the front of her ship was a giant, like, imagine a blade but also a giant skull of an astral dragon. So a dragon so large, it it's large in the grand scheme of space. Think of how the sun is big compared to the skyscraper
Just think about the
in New
fucking
York.
sun.
It's enough about the sun. You don't watch The Office. Why am I
Yeah.
making a reference?
Yeah, you don't
He won't
watch.
get it.
I'm
You don't
sorry.
know.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't watch a lot.
I know, man. It's
I just-
okay. I still love you.
And people are like, "What the fuck do you do then?" I was like, "I don't know."
I play games.
Uh,
I'm really good at Elden Ring.
I know
I'm really
everything
good
there
at
is to know
Bloodborne.
about Bloodborne.
Facts.
I lore wise, I don't know a lot about Bloodborne, but when it comes to like gameplay and where to find everything, I got you.
See,
Oh.
I'm the same way. I know a lot about Bloodborne, but very little about where everything is. I know where a dual blade set is. That's really good. It's in a well, but that's all I know.
It's so oh man, that fucking fight scene's so iconic. Anyways,
Yeah, with the greatest boss of all time. So, anyways, reeling it back in. Fuck, where were we?
You know.
Oh, right. Yeah. So Captain Ivana's ship comes shooting out of nowhere, bisecting that captain's ship in half, and essentially he's like, what have you done? You have ruined everything that I've and like she literally jumps from orbit from her ship onto the planet. Essentially just oh wait, no. She doesn't do that yet. We get this man down to like dying essentially, where I have him in my hands, and like Sindar has been going through a thing of he should probably stop eating people. And this was when like he asked the party, he was like, "Hey, should I or should I not eat him?" And everyone was like, "Yeah, do it." And so I ate him. Yeah. So I ate him whole. No, I drank his blood to the point where he became ash.
You got him in the mood, and you punctured the one straw.
Yeah. Yeah. And essentially I found through that I found out what he was doing, and he was embezzling. He was taking all of his gold and he was putting it here. But not his gold. The General Kai's gold. And again, Genghis Khan was trying to fight above his weight class, if you know what I mean, and kept trying to hit on Captain Ivana, and it just didn't work. Um, Listen, we all had enough respect to admire her from afar. All right, we knew, we just respected the power. Um, and so with that, we we were told that we were going to be getting a frigate class ship. So imagine the Warhammer 40K ships. Now imagine if the creator of Warhammer did a line of just the most potent DMT and multiply that by like 3. That's how big our ship was. Nah, that's probably a bit of an exaggeration to be fair. Um,
I
it was the
mean,
size of 3 Earths.
yeah, I was gonna say, come on now.
That was the size of our ship.
And that's not even the big one.
No, no, that wasn't even the big one. General Kai's
Yeah.
ship was bigger. Like General Kai's ship built these ships,
Yeah.
and so that's when that happened. I gotta remember. Oh man, is this not, like because this all happened, and then we went to was the next part we went to the ice planet because there was like a distress signal.
In between your frigate ship being made was the ice planet. Yeah.
Yeah, because there was a distress signal that we knew for some reason. I can't remember why we knew it.
Because it was
But-
a distress signal that came from that was identical to Jimbai the Third.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. And so we get there, right? And Angel, I think this is when you jump back into the campaign.
This
And
is
this
his
is your
first session back.
Yeah, and this is your first interaction with Genghis Sean.
Oh,
Yeah. And
yeah.
so essentially we get there and we go to the distress signal and we find out we're all standing in water on an ice planet. And we're like, that's weird. And then all of a sudden a generator turns on and we're all being shocked in place. So we can't move at all. And so essentially what is going on is it was a trap. It's
Oh
a
my
trap.
god.
Yeah, it was a trap set by someone that we see up on an iceberg above us, and it just isn't going well for him because like it kind of affects us, but not really. And so we had backup in the ship, and then they went to go attack him, but then he ended up getting away. And so somebody turned off the generator. I think it was 11, and because he really didn't know what was going on. And again, his first session being back, he was like, "What is going on? What is happening?"
I think that's my reaction to majority of the sessions that I like come back to. Because I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is even in this, or what the fuck is this? like, like what the
Looking at the box, why? But yeah, it was just like, what's going on? What did I miss?
Why are
And
you
so
here?
yeah, so essentially we're like, we're here, we may as well explore. And I think we find an ice cave. And inside this ice cave, we find a fire priest working on a ritual. What ritual? Fuck if I
No
know.
one knows.
couldn't fucking
Yeah,
tell you.
honestly. All we know is that motherfucker was hard to kill. And it did not go well. And so before this happened, Sindar was experiencing bouts of extreme anger. And it was really focused towards Genghis Khan. But he realized it was getting more frequent and he didn't know why this was happening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for agreeing. And so as this fight started, Sindar felt like a little pang of hatred hit into his stomach. And how the hell? Parkour. Um and so while we were fighting him, we realized very quickly, wow, this guy is really freaking strong. And so we had a plan of, okay, everybody needs to leave. But at this
Cortana?
point, oh my gosh,
That's why I chose you.
you have
You're
no.
lucky, John. You're lucky, John.
Just starts walking really slowly for no reason as he's having a flashback. But so mid fight, Sindar gets really angry. And instead of shooting McShooterson, which is how Sindar has always fought, he tries to punch this dude, right? And he's not acting himself. And so everyone's like, we need to leave. So
Leave.
what happens is uh we just don't have enough. Okay, well,
Well, fuck.
that happened. So essentially what happens is, God, I feel like I've said that like 80 times this episode.
What happens?
What happens?
Noah uses his ability, right? So that cuts his hand and tries to kill the priest. But what ends up happening is he throws it on all of his allies. And let me tell you, some of us almost didn't pass, and some of us didn't pass. This is John.
That's
John Supermarket.
Johnina?
That's John Remnant,
Jane Remnant Doe.
which is what we're currently streaming at the
Oh, that is a
the
woman. My
Bucket
bad.
Brigade Twitch.
Oh yeah, come check us out. Come and check us out.
That's where we're ending the episode. No, I'm just kidding. Go on. Why?
No. So yeah, he throws the blood on everybody, and let me tell you, one of us didn't pass. It's the guy on my left.
Who's
And
that?
it's not God, because
Oh.
the DM's on my left, but it's one more. If
Go
you're looking
left,
at the
but go left
screen, it's
again.
the guy on my right, but that's my right, and that's my left. So I knew that.
This is my right thumb.
So, anyways, Angel doesn't pass the check, which would kill him instantly. So we're all like, first off, why the fuck would you do that when we're all here? Second of all, we're trying to think of stuff that would give either Angel advantage or at least a plus. Because at this moment he has a 3, I think. I think you had a 3 with modifiers. Um and so I was really trying to figure out, listen, we don't have the premium soda, okay? Listen, we don't have the sugar-free soda, okay? Listen, we don't have um, uh, so what ends up happening is Hess's character Kirkman had, I don't, it wasn't bardic inspiration, but it was something else that gave Angel a +2 to his roll, which made him end up passing. For some reason, it was a very obscure piece of like his bard class that gave it to him, and that's what we really got lucky with.
My
And
character
so,
could have been dead right then and there.
yeah,
And this was my first experience ever with
coming back,
Genghis Khan.
yeah. And so immediately he's just like, "Man, you're literally standing at nothing." It's just an immediate negative reaction of Genghis Khan does what he wants whenever he wants and doesn't care what anybody else tells him. He's not a party. He doesn't think as a party member. He thinks as an individual.
Big
Um, yeah. And does that like hinder him? I would say so. Because in a party, cohesion, knowing what you do during a fight matters. If you can punch out damage, you have a healer, and you have somebody who can tank damage, you're set. And if those members can do those roles, you're solid. So what ends up happening is Genghis Khan leaves after that, after almost killing Angel's character in a half a second, and then Angel leaves. But what do Angel and I do? We lock the fuck in. And
Oh
we beat
yeah, I
we
forgot.
beat the
Yeah,
shit out of this dude.
yeah.
We rolled up the sleeves.
I totally forgot
y'all
about
really
that.
did.
We cooked.
I totally
And
forgot
if you
about
get
that
this
interaction.
pose, you're cool. Um
We really
But-
fucking just decided to lock in. Everybody left. Everybody was like,
Everybody
we're
left.
we're bailing." And
yeah, cuz
your character was like staying for some odd reason, and I'm like, well, I'm not gonna be a bitch. I'm not gonna fucking bail. You're
Yeah,
fighting.
'cause
I'm
this
fighting.
this is when the split personality started with Sindar. So he had a split personality that would die than rather run. And so there was a moment where like he had armor that was protecting him, but then like the fire priest like ripped off the armor essentially and was just giving us the Dayquil and NyQuil. And I was like, that's fine. I got the left right good night right here. My character was not built for punching, let me tell you. But he did. And in the end, Angel and I we killed him. I killed him. Yeah.
What happened to
That
him?
killed him.
He died.
It died.
And so yeah, that happened. And so essentially Sindar snaps out of it. He's back to Sindar and he looks around and goes, "Where did everyone go?" And then so Sindar was also the one to come up with the plan. Let's cheese it. And that was before he snapped to the split personality, but it kind of took that memory away when he snapped into the other personality. And so he ends up getting angry at everybody for leaving. And like that, like his voice changes. Does it happen here or is it somewhere else?
It's when you return to your ship.
Okay. So essentially, Sindar has just like been uncharacteristically mad for a couple of sessions. Like whenever he gets there, he tries to listen. We know we don't have the skim cheese. All right, buy something else. Um, and so we end up like leaving, right? And
Yep.
because that said, we got armor. Oh, Sindar gets a crown that makes him immune to fire damage. You're gonna see it when we play Remnant today, by the way, because it's that crown. It's how I imagine it, by the way.
It's literally how I described it too. I said I need to find the picture, and I tried to find the picture of that dude, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, whatever.
But yeah, that is he gets a fire crown that gives him a boost of movement, 5 feet of movement, and you can fly with it. So essentially, I turned into Shinra Kusakabe from Fire Force,
Yeah.
and oh, what happens? Yeah, we go back to the ship, and once we get back on the ship, Sindar he passes out essentially, and erupting from his stomach comes out a purple feral tiefling with so what a feral tiefling is a tiefling that has a little bit more osmodeus blood inside of it, so he has more devil features. So like he has hoofs, he had a tail with like the triangle at the end, he had wings, he had fangs. Like these are all things he has well had um and so essentially so in the background of each session I wanted to make another character, and the way I described him was he was going to be based off of Sindar's hatred. So he was literally the embodiment of hatred that Sindar had. And he had like a fur vest on that only like was like a crop top, if you imagine.
Oh,
Like yeah, and he had a handlebar mustache. Oh
sexual.
gosh, yeah, very. Um, and so essentially that's what he looked like. That was my second character, Solaire. And so I introduced this character, and the first thing he does is I think he punches Seaful. Nah, fuck. Genghis Khan. Well, actually, correction. He takes the crown from Sindar. Like he picks it up with his tail and he puts it on his own head, and then he punches. No, we abducted two crewmates
Yep.
at the where did we abduct these dudes at?
It was a random fucking.
Yeah, random somewhere that
It was
Hess
a
was like,
side
I
quest.
want you guys to come with me. And so essentially this happens in front of Hess, and he takes that and he knocks one out and he punches him. And essentially, the backstory behind this was I wanted to make a character fresh into the world. He doesn't know what anything is, and all of the experiences that he is experiencing in that moment is the first time. So, like pain, hunger, the taste of something is all the first time he is experiencing this. That he has been on the other side of a veil and not been able to experience this. So, I had to make my character as chaotic as possible. And so, the first thing he does is punches a random crew member, and everybody gets like a little upsetty spaghetti when he does that, which is understandable. But then he calms everyone down, and um he ends up becoming part of the crew, part of the
Part of the
ship.
ship. Oh
Mm-hmm. Angel didn't say it. He's not a real crew member.
no, he was gone for a while.
Mm-hmm. He lost the touch.
I was really there just to be DPS. Like
Yeah.
I was told like people treated me, or not treated me, but like
No,
You,
you
they
were
would
a
treated
weapon.
you.
would
You were a piece of
contact
equipment.
yeah, people would contact me and be like, hey, like we have this boss fight, you need to be in it.
Can you get on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. And that's just where I kind of just accepted my role of like, oh, I'm kind of a DPS. All right, cool.
But yeah, so after this character was made, we went to a planet. I can't remember what planet it was, but is this when we find out about the refugees?
Oh yes, this is the
So
refugee.
lo and behold, the consequences of our actions.
For the first
Um,
time.
it, only time so far. Um, that's exactly what I thought, Angel. I just heard the. Uh, anyways.
We all learn at some
That
point.
was good. So essentially, what we found out that happened at the planet that Genghis Khan fucked um, was after he made the fight pits, after he demanded the resources, and after he demanded X, Y, and Z. we found out that it ruined the economy. People were constantly dying in the fight pits, so population was on a decline. And then due to the resources, the stock market basically crashed. The economy went to crap. There were revolutions. People were dying. I think you should do it. I want that, but there's nothing for it. What are we gonna put there?
Anyway, continue with your story. Don't be
All
focused
right.
on what I'm doing.
Okay. So we find out that at like 99% of the population, I think it might be 90, um, died. And what does everybody do immediately? Point our fingers at Genghis Khan. And we said that motherfucker right there is guilty. And I'm not gonna be lying. We turned on that man quick. We like there was zero hesitation in the party going, he did it. He did it. Take him.
Truly.
Um and during this refugee time, we gained a couple levels between the time we saw this planet and the time we didn't see it. So what we ended up doing with it was we helped out the refugees as much as possible. So we lended aid, we helped cure wounds, cure disease. We did as much as possible because we felt guilty, as we should, because our party member was the reason this happened to him. But what does our party member say? I guess they're just not good enough. I don't think he said that, to be fair.
He
But
thought it.
he definitely had that aura about him of peasants. You should have done better. And so that was not great. And while we're here, the DM says, make a perception check. And I was like, what? And he said, make a perception check. And I rolled like I want to say maybe a 15 or a 14. It wasn't bad, not great, right? Right in the medium. And he goes, okay. And I'm like, what am I missing?
Didn't say shit.
And no, he didn't. And I go,
Why don't you go ahead and
"What?"
make a fucking intelligence roll right now?
Yeah, for real. And so it was, I don't know if you did make me do an intelligence roll, but
No.
you made me. But I realized I was missing the Behlet. And the Angel, you made a face.
I don't know
Dude.
what that was.
You know the egg in Remnant with the face on it?
No.
Yeah, you do.
hey,
You
hey,
have it.
hey.
It's an amulet.
I can't remember.
I'm gonna punch you.
What do you want from me? My
Just tell him it's from Berserk. He might
Listen, man. If you don't, it's a video game thing. I know you don't read or watch TV.
I'm just now starting to play Remnant.
Damn.
It was the first
Yeah.
amulet we got.
You made him cry, dude. The fuck?
Just, I would feel very shitty.
I haven't watched Berserk.
So it's a little egg, right? And there's a face on it, but like the pieces of the face are all over it, and it's not like making a face.
I also haven't read Berserk.
So
And you know
anyway,
what? Just Google. You can't tell me you don't have access to the internet.
he's not wrong, but
Just the way he said it.
yeah,
Just fucking
Just-
do it.
Google it.
Like what the fuck is your problem?
It's like when somebody doesn't realize what the to button does in an email. It's like, what do you mean there's a to? No, not the letter number 2. The to send it to someone. Oh. Nani? So anyways, I was missing the Behlet. Wyatt knew the consequences of that. Sindar didn't. He just knew he was missing the necklace as he sees a sea elf walk away and walk through a portal. Never to be seen again.
Never.
Not by Sindar.
Man was gone.
Yeah, man dipped real quick with my stuff. And yeah, not great for what Wyatt knew, but not for what Sindar knew. He went, oh, I guess I'm missing that. Oh, that guy took it. Well, that's probably not good. But I don't know why. So what? Oh, man, Theo, take us to the next key event. We're also at an hour 9. But I feel like there
Uh,
should be a better stopping point than that.
the
Is it
next
the
big key event, you
is it the
get your
ship
ship.
fight? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. We'll end there. If we want to, unless we're feeling groovy. So what happens next is essentially offline. I get with everybody in the party, and I go, hey, I think we
Hey.
should kill Genghis Khan.
Oh yeah.
And everyone goes, really? And I'm like, yeah. With
I'm
the
just
most
tired of that
recent,
man.
honestly, I was, and part of me was like, the consequences of his actions need to have repercussions on him. And if we keep allowing this said person in our party, this universe is only going to suffer. Honestly, everybody was on board, but it didn't come down to that. It came down to one of the party members' wives, and we said, "Hey, um, we have a party member.
Who was
He's
it?
kind of been." It was Danny. We asked Danny, and we said, because we had to ask the most innocent person we knew to kill someone, and so we were like, "Hey, so and so did X, Y, and Z. Do we kill him?" Without hesitation, she goes, "Well, yeah." And so we go, "She has spoken." And essentially, the next session, Genghis Khan slash the player Noah wasn't there, and he was kind of like getting a little, not, I won't say flaky, but he was like in and out sometimes, and he was becoming more of an out character than an in. So we kind of had to RP it essentially to be like, hey, the crew and I have had a talk. We want you to know, man to man, crew to man, we're gonna kill you. Do you want any final words? And essentially, what it came down to was him just powering up so that he couldn't take any damage to the biggest disrespectful action of all time. This big man, what race was he? Was he a hobgoblin? Orc?
Who?
He was an orc. No, Genghis Khan.
Yeah, he was an orc.
Yeah, because that's why he was trying to hit on Ivana, because she was a half orc. And he was like, we're the same. And she was like, no. No, we're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
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 She's kind of a half orc.
Yeah. Don't spill any tea about that, all right? I'm sure
Yeah.
there's more to her that meets the eyes. If you
Well,
know what I mean. No.
oh my god, we're open.
Yeah. I'm still on the street. So essentially what happens next is a slug cat.
Named
Uh,
John.
no. Named Mag.
Eldering.
Nope. Mag, nickname Azine. Um,
What was his
still,
last?
no, it was a nickname because he never liked it. So I like to think it was a nickname that he
Ah.
didn't like. Don't buy more.
Well,
Um,
with what money? Anyways,
I
go
was
on.
gonna say, so Mag, our little slug cat, who is small, pins this man because he knows he's a previous DM, so he knows the rules of grappling and pinning. So as a cat, he pinned this man to the ground, and essentially we all just stood there, and the DM being, "Are y'all gonna do anything?" And we just said, "No, we're gonna wait till he runs out of invulnerability." And he goes, okay, so 3 rounds pass. And we're like, now we hit him. And so essentially it just goes boom, 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 boom. Everyone just beating the crap out of him. And right when he's like not close to death, Sindar's like, let me eat him. And as payback for all the anger he used to give me. Also at this time, Sindar doesn't get angry. He doesn't have hatred or anger anymore. It's just something he doesn't have. Are we gonna pull out a loan for that? And so,
No,
Jesus.
we can't.
I start drinking his blood, and there's a moment where, oh, that's where that is now. There's a
Huh.
moment where it stops becoming blood, and it becomes ether, right?
Yep.
Ichor, ether.
No, ether. You're
Um,
right.
and so essentially when it becomes ether, oh, very interesting. Um, I keep drinking, and it hurts me, and I keep drinking. It's still hurting me. And then at the point, because the DM keeps asking me, "Do you continue?" And I say, "Yeah, I continue. Mama didn't raise no bitch."
Fair
And
enough.
so essentially, what happens to Genghis Khan, and for oh man, I meant to Google him while we were where we are now. Um, essentially, he phases into another plane of existence. We don't know. A portal opens up and he disappears while my fangs are around that man's neck. And the next thing that happens is Sindar starts dying.
Yeah.
And no one knows what's going on, but Sindar gets scared. And this is kind of when he starts realizing he doesn't want to adventure anymore. He kind of just wants to be with his family. Like he wants to stop hitting our customers.
Dude,
Um,
he didn't find what he was looking for and then fucking just left.
you wish. So essentially, he Sindar's dying, and he kind of gets a confront to reality. Damn it. And he's like, yeah, I don't want to adventure. I want to spend my time with my father. I want to know where the kid, because he locked a child away when he was younger. He wants to find that kid.
Yeah, we
If
talked
he's
about
still
that.
out, yeah, I was gonna say that's what he wants to do, and bring his family back together, because that's what he wants to do with his life. Now he doesn't want to adventure, and this is the first time he's like, I need to stop adventuring. I need to do X, Y, and Z to get where I want. And so he kind of has a heart to heart with Squishy about it while he's dying. And then while that is being said, Solaire is sent to another realm to fetch Sindar's soul, because that's the only way I could I think the DM gave hints that or something, or just straight up told me that I need my soul. Um and so that is all happening while I'm having a heart to heart with Squishy, and hmm yeah, long story short, I get my soul back. But part of it breaks away while Solaire is bringing it back to my body. And so the arm piece breaks off. So in Sindar's eyes, or actual body, his his right arm withers away, essentially, and is replaced by an ethereal arm that can change to a gas, a solid, or a liquid, essentially. And Sindar realizes that he's become a Dathomir at this point, and can sense heartbeats along with like number of people and stuff like that. I don't know if he had that ability before, but like things are more enhanced for him.
Yeah.
Oh, he has spider climb. That's what it was. And I think at that moment he realizes, okay, if I'm a Dathomir, because one of the things that he was told by the Harpies was you cannot become a Dathomir, or you can't go up a rank without the individual who turned you dying, or somebody else like turning you or something like that. And so Sindar realizes that Alucard is either dead or took his power away from Sindar. And yeah, now and I think at this point we have our ship, the large ship
Yeah.
that
You
I
gained it.
christened, yeah, that I christened Charybdis Ceres, which means like sea monster or something like that in Latin.
Means big tentacle bitch.
Yeah. So essentially, the way we designed our ship was at the back of the like where the ship was a giant squid-like octopus. I think the best way was a squid, because
Yeah, it had
the
tentacles that came off the
two
front of it.
yeah, there was two long tentacles that were able to move on its own and grab other ships, or fire a tractor beam, or not a tractor beam, fire like a
A
plasma cutter
photon
shot. Yeah,
laser.
a photon laser. And the style of our ship was very feudal Japanese, like with the tower, like with those sort of towers. And we gained representation of other factions on our ship. We banned others. We met one of our favorite characters. What was the old man again?
He was 11.
No, no. Oh, was he 11? Was that his
Yeah.
name?
Remember, they didn't have names.
Oh yeah. But like, what was his faction?
Oh, Sijic.
Oh yeah, the Arch Sijic. You know the one I'm talking about. Yeah. That dude, great character. Loved that character. Um Also, a couple other things that are happening in the background is Solaire's learning to deal with the anger that he was made out of, so that he wouldn't also always be angry and stuff like that. So he didn't seek help. Help came to him in the way of an ass kicking from a monkey. That lived in
Yeah.
the bottom part of the ship that was running, not a gang, but like it was his crew, his pirate crew that was just kind of living in the underbelly of our ship. Oh,
Rent free.
no. Yeah, pretty much. Um Besides that, do we want to keep going? Do we want to end it here? Because I feel like this is a pretty good
Uh,
stopping point for part 3, or I can keep going for like another 10 minutes or something. I
I
feel like
think
this
this
episode's
is.
run a little long.
It has, but this is a good spot to stop just because after this, we start getting into like the final arc.
I feel that's also true, but I don't know. I feel like we could probably squeeze in another part without being current, or at least to where we are now.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, yeah, shoot,
But
we got
not
time.
now. Not now.
We
I
got
mean,
time.
like a part. You know what? Screw it. No, I'm kidding. No, we could probably squeeze in another
We're
like
fucking
Another
part
part
ending it
four.
here. Thanks
Well, that's
everybody
what I'm
for
saying.
joining the fucking Bucket Brigade podcast of Dungeons and Dragons Part 3.
Hey, man, thanks for joining Angel because that's the most.
Angel, thank you for leading us through this. By the way, I don't think we could have got through it without your help.
Well, it's
Your
definitely because of
memory and your
mine.
longevity of your character by far is one of my favorite things.
I do the heavy lifting in this relationship.
I know.
Honestly,
I'm aware.
we are aware, not beware.
See where.
Anyways,
Um, with that being said, thank you everybody for watching. I know Angel already said that, but I want to thank you. Um, Angel, do you
Before
have
we go,
anything? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah, I was just gonna say that too. I was gonna say, do you have anything
You,
before we?
oh man.
Damn, same page, same page.
Theo, do you have anything to say?
I sure do.
Wyatt, do you have anything to say?
Yo también.
Yeah. What a bastard skipping over me like that, you know?
Because I just fucking
Angel, do you have anything?
fucking me and Theo
If it,
fucking did the podcast, and he was like, Angel, do you have anything to say? And I was like, yeah, I do. And I stopped, but I was actually gonna say something, and then he thought I was pulling at him.
so he
Anyways,
stopped
Yeah, I really
recording.
did.
no, I don't have anything to say.
All right.
Well, all right, man. Well, thank you all for watching another episode. Please, if you're jumping in now, go watch the other 2 episodes further in our channel. I hope you guys enjoy this content because we're gonna keep making it because the campaign's still going. Um, if you want to see more content like this where we do oh, it's this hand, my bad. If you want to see us run the store, like, let us know. Otherwise, we just thought it would be funny.
It's
And
falling
I
apart.
want to know if
Not
you
really.
guys think it's funny.
We're keeping it
Um
afloat though.
yeah.
We are in massive debt. Anyways, with that
Aren't
being
we all?
said, thank you for coming to the bucket list, and we'll catch you in the next episode.